Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. So the wait for Sagittarius people also ends here. Sagittarius 2024. How this year will be for Sagittarius people from Jan to end. Akash ji is all set with his research. Let's welcome Akash Chauhan ji from Calgary, Canada. Akash ji, namaskar, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohit Ram Ram. As you know, offline we were discussing about Sagittarius and how beautiful this year is for them. Because the Lagna Lord, on the first day only, Rohit it is becoming direct. And Sagittarius Moon and Sagittarius Ascendant, both people are very, very fortunate because of the placement of Jupiter. Here, Rohit if you see in a very positive way, whenever the Lagna Lord is going to go in a very, very auspicious house, that is the fifth house, it is going to be one of the best ever placement for anyone. But because it was afflicted with Rahu and there was Guru Chandal Yog happening in the fifth house, it was a trouble for little bit of trouble because Jupiter was completely focused into giving good results or giving controlling Rahu. Now, finally, Rahu has, on 30th of October last year, Rahu has moved to your fourth house and Jupiter is alone here.
Now
But
that means these people are ready to, if women conceive or getting child, good news start with
many,
this.
many good things, Rohiji, not even that. The best thing is that December 31st, Jupiter turns direct here, and the problems which they were facing in conceiving, in education, in anything, because this is the Kendra Lord, right? Both the Kendra Lord in a Trikon is very, very auspicious, and that too, Lakshmi Mata Trikon, especially related to funds, money. They are going to be having a very bright time in 2024. In fact, Rohitji, there is going to be a lot of health improvement on also later in the in 2024. Foreign connections, so many things because Jupiter will be transiting as well. So I feel that out of all the 12 ascendants, Sagittarius is the best and best because of Jupiter placement in the fifth house. I always keep emphasizing on the fifth house. It is a very auspicious, very important house in terms of you getting some kind of wealth or some kind of spiritual wealth or money or dharma or I think that bhavat bhavam is a very important concept. On that basis, only all the exaltation and debilitation also plays a big role. Here, if you see Rohitji, it is sitting ninth from the ninth from the Bhagyastan. This house is ninth from the ninth, and it is sitting in this house. Awesome time for them. Number one is if you see both the auspicious ways, it is sitting fifth from the first house. So that means gains in children, education, wisdom, happiness, creativity, and whatnot. That is why I have prepared this. Sorry, I just kept it away. Rohit, the fifth house is the house of creativity, playfulness, joy, pleasure, romance. It signifies your mental intelligence, your capability to create and innovate. That is why it is the house of startups. So, in January 2021 or 2024, and all the people who are Sagittarius, they will be doing a lot of startups because this is the starting of love, starting of childbirth, starting of your life, because this is the house of Purva Punya also. So everything happens from the fifth house, Rohit. It also corresponds to uh, Jupiter only. The Karak of this house is only Jupiter, and which also relates to fortune, good luck, learning, and optimism. So, Ruiji, it is a very, very beautiful placement of Jupiter for Sagittarius. So, the year starts with good news. And this was not enough. Later on, Mercury turns direct into Scorpio, Ruiji, here in the 12th house. The again, a Kendra Lord sitting in the 12th house of expenses now turns direct, and very soon this means that you will start gaining lot of spiritual bliss because of all the spiritual gain that you have earned, because 7th of January only Mercury will come into your Lagna, that is your first house. Kendra planet in Lagna makes a Raj Yoga. So this is one of the Raj Yoga, and here you will be able to your communication and your personality will shine in the beginning of the year only. You will be at full power. And on top of that, the biggest event of 2024 January is that Sun enters into Capricorn. Now, Bhagyastan Lord in the second house, that means accumulation of wealth through your destiny. Very simple. Everyone would say that this is the enemy sign of Sun. Then just explain me in writing that why do we then celebrate Makar Sankranti, such a big festival? There is something very auspicious about it, right? Otherwise, we will not celebrate it, right? If Sun is becoming very problematic here. Remember, this is the ninth house lord going into the second house. Second house is a Maraka house for sure. So we have to be careful in terms of these things, which I have also written down so that I don't forget. Throat, neck, and lips. These are the things where you have to be very careful. If you are having any kind of face, right eye, teeth, tongue, nose, voice, nails, brain, fever, stomach, skin, bone, fracture, internal fever, you have to take care because end of the day, sun is a cruel planet, and cruel planet will give you cruel results in a Maraka house. But in terms of the Brahma element, that is, I always tell that all the planets are Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. In top of Brahma element, it will create wealth for you. It will create, it will preserve with the Vishnu element. It will preserve the bank balance for you. All the best. Later on, Venus will enter into Sagittarius. Rohit. Now, Venus here is the sixth house lord and the 11th house lord in the and see so beautiful it is placed that in this chart Venus rules diseases for them Sagittarius because it rules the sixth house and the 11th house. Now, 11th house is sixth from the sixth, so that means it rules enemies and also defeat from enemies. It rules your debts and also your goals your goals to be complete and pay off debt. So overall, Venus coming in the Lagna is a positive news in terms of yes, there will be struggle in making your social circle and making things related to what do you say uh, in the current social environment or network environment that you have around your friends and your colleagues. But on the other hand, it is sitting eighth from the sixth house, so there can be sudden transformation in your discipline. And many people take a lot of vows in January that from 1st January I will go to gym. According to my gym instructor, which I have started now, they say that so January is the most busy month for them, especially till 10th of January. Then later on, things becoming less and less, and then February, no one comes. So it is January, many people spend their money to go to gym, to do this, leave non-veg, leave alcohol. All the people who are selling alcohol, very, very difficult time for them in January because everyone has taken a vow, right? No alcohol.
These are the 10 that these are the particular people from 1st January to 10th January take so many resolutions, becomes direct, and from 11th January onwards, the whole year they become retrograde.
Yeah, maybe. So the thing is that here alcohol sale is very less during this period because everyone leaves alcohol. But later on, then a weekend comes, they say, "Oh, we are so tired. Let's have a drink," and then again it starts. So very good for gym people. Very bad for alcohol and drugs business or any kind of business that is related to smoking, alcohol, and tobacco. Venus enters Sagittarius, there's going to be transformation in your daily routine. So your routine will either become very, very good or you can turn it back to normal, which was there last year. So it is your choice. Sometimes when you make decisions, start writing it down. I have a very beautiful friend of mine from New York. She was smoking weed. She told me 10th day yesterday she messaged me without weed. So she no marijuana, no ganja in simple way. So it is so beautiful. She's trying to get into the zone of coming into the real sense and understanding the real world rather than being into illusion all the time. So try your best. Rohitji, February starts and Mercury enters Capricorn. Very close conjunction it will make very soon with Sun because Mercury is fast moving here. Sometimes it moves fast, then it becomes retrograde. So a lot of things Mercury does. Here, the Kendra Lord is in the second house. Again, wealth is going to be very beautiful for you. Your family life is going to be very nice. Communication in the family area, very, very nice. Later, 5th of February starts the amazing part for you. And that is look at your fifth house and your 12th house lord, that is Mars. And Mars means it becomes exalted here. And what does it mean? That there is going to be a lot of gains through your love life, gains through your creativity, gains through foreign country, gains through education, travel to foreign country, education, spending of money, getting of money. So money through speculation, money through some kind of sale of equity. So many good things are going to happen in the month of February as soon as Mars enters into your second house. But this is the Brahma and Vishnu element of Mars. What is the Shiva element of Mars? Is that here it is a cruel planet sitting in the second house. Rohiji, it can bring trouble to your family life. It can bring some kind of rift in your family or some kind of trouble in your family or some verbal abuse or verbal fight in your family. So be careful. Secondly, your research has to be done very, very properly because it is exalted here, right? But it is putting a debilitated aspect on the eighth house. So research has to be very good. And it is beautiful. See Bhavat Bhavam concept, Rohiji. Here, look where it is putting aspect. Number one aspect, the fourth aspect is putting on the fifth house. So that means your creativity, your how education and your speculative investments will give you gains, right? The eighth aspect is on the eighth house. So research has to be done very well. Otherwise, the Shiva element will start working and there will be destruction. And the ninth aspect on the eighth aspect on the ninth house. That means there will be sudden gains from your destiny because of your destiny. Very simple. Everything is front of you. I'm not making things up. This is how astrology research tells you, and this is how you have to look at planets. Later, Venus enters into Capricorn on 12th of February, Luigi. Venus is, again, I told you, the 11th house, 6th house Lord coming into a Maraka place. So, here, health wise, you have to be careful. Again, I'm telling you things related to throat, neck, lip, face, right eye, teeth, tongue, nose. 4 planets sitting here, not a very auspicious time. Suddenly, there can be some problem in your throat or some problem in your skin or some problem related to your tongue, right eye. Be very careful. If you find something, immediately go to take medical assistance. Do not go to astrologer. I got one message on WhatsApp, Rohiji, that Guruji, from last what do you say, few days and few weeks, my stomach is paining. Is it because of Ketu? I said, man, it is because of something. Go and check with doctor because it is not because of Ketu. It is because of some medical problem that is underlying. Ketu could have caused a trigger, but that means the planet also has a protective, what do you say, a protective nature. It tries to protect you as well. That's why it is just giving you signals that go and get it checked. It should not become everything goes big because of our negligence, right? So this is what it means that whenever anything such things happen, you should go to doctor, not to an astrologer. Later on, after doctor says yes, no problem, then go to astrologer to find out that what research, why it happened, and next time how do I take care. This is what astrology is. Later, Sun enters into Aquarius Ruchi in your third house and meets his son Saturn. Here, when Sun and Saturn are together, they will not cause harm to each other. So there is no worries at all. Your destiny lord is in your third house, destiny lord. Your communication related to your destiny and your siblings and your neighbors and your communication in overall general is going to become very, very nice. But there should be discipline here because, or there should be limitation here in your communication because when sun sits, a sun is cruel planet, it will give you cruel results. That means you can also speak foul to other people. So where Saturn will say, okay, now I will teach you discipline. So be careful. Do not. I made a very beautiful video on Ketu. You should go and watch it. That why and how to control. Like for example, Ketu in this whole year is sitting in your 10th house. And I'm telling this because we are doing yearly. Ketu is also part of this. You have to surrender in your work area. You have to not be very cunning. Very the once you start surrendering in your work area, you will start growing. You watch the whole video. Just write Ketu in 12 houses, and you will find the video on the channel and just see that how and what you need to do if your natal Ketu is placed somewhere. So they make a combination. What is transit? Transit is just making a combination of those both houses. Okay, my natal sun is in the ninth house. Now it has come to the second house. So that means I have to be very careful with my mentors, with my in the third house. I have to be very careful with my mentors, my gurus, my teachers, my father. That I should not be aggressive to them or make my communication bad towards them. This is how astrology is seen. Mercury, on the other hand, enters Aquarius, Rohit. Now here the Kendra Lord is coming in the third house. It is the Pakka house of Mercury because this is the house of communication. It may be ruled by Saturn here, but the role of this house is to for communication. So now that means here because Mercury is coming, your wisdom increases and there will be very um, balanced communication that you may come and have during this period. And it is a very good house for Mercury because this is the house of a friend for Mercury. So all the best. March. Now March comes in, and 7th of March 2024, Mercury is supposed to enter into Pisces. Now Mercury entering into Pisces means Mercury enters into a debilitated state. That means it is not powerful in Pisces. The Kendra Lord coming in Kendra and especially 10th from the 7th house and 7th from the 10th house. So here it becomes debilitated. That means there are two places which you have to take extreme care of. Number one is your spouse, relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. Also, one more thing because it's very important for Mercury. Whenever it comes to the fourth house, Rohitji, and it is the seventh house lord, it also seventh house is also the house of settlement in foreign lands and love, romance, and sexuality also. So here you have to be careful in your communication that you're doing nowadays on WhatsApp and all these stupid things where someone can put you into spot and try to then overpower you. On the other hand, the seventh house also rules your kidney, skin, and lumbar region. And in this, all three things, skin is ruled by Mercury. So there can be some kind of skin problems that you can face during this period. In fact, the 10th house rules your knees, joints, teeth, and skin. And here, teeth is ruled by Mercury. So here, teeth can again come into some kind of trouble. So just thoda sa careful. Like be careful during this period. That is what we need to say because Mercury is debilitated. Yes, it will put an exalted aspect on your 10th house where if you have taken the path of Ketu by surrendering your desires in your workplace and only to be loyal and to work hard, that's it. You do not need outer validation to say that, oh, you are a very good employee. No. Or a very good businessman. No. You have to make a pact with yourself that I feel that I am good, that means I am good. This is how you will get results. Venus will enter into Aquarius, Rohitji. Again, Venus is a very, very beautiful planet for Aquarius. It is very good friend of Saturn. It is going to be very closely associated with Sun for a while, but Sun is actually exiting and entering Pisces to take care of Mercury. So Venus and Saturn here gives you luxury. Very good news. In fact, I was writing everything so that I do not miss anything. Here, there will be very, very good short distance journey can be luxurious during this period. In fact, your mental intelligence and communication mode of communications will become very, very prominent and very promising during this period. And it is beautiful only. It is always good. Sun in Saturn in Mool Trikon sign and Venus entering that place is extremely very benefit for you. Later, Sun enters into Pisces, Rohitji. Now here Sun enters into Pisces and very closely, very fast, it will be taking degrees and making sure that Mercury becomes combust and does not put any kind of bad influence on this chart. Sun is a protector, by the way. Raja, the king. King comes only to protect, and he's coming to protect. But he's coming very close conjunction with Rahu. Here, Rahu is going to get aggressive, agitated that, oh, he has come very near me. I have to now swallow him, this and that. And that is why a month later, there is going to be complete solar eclipse. So it is going, make sure that you do not in this month from March 14th till 13th of April, do not make very big decisions in purchasing a property, purchasing possessions, purchasing car, and so many things because this is not a favorable period. Sun is going to be very disturbed here. Only thing where Raja becomes very, very beautiful. Really. I was uh, watching this movie, Lord of the Rings. Every month, mostly people must have watched. So A king can only become weak as he comes under the influence of witchcraft. In the Two Towers, the movie, there is a king, and he is completely into the completely into the influence of witchcraft, and he could not even speak. And the witch who is with the king always speaks on behalf of the king. So now what happens? The king can only become what you say weak when it is under the influence of a demon. And here what happens? Being the powerful king, Rahu has so much bigger power that he can swallow him, for, at least for 5 minutes, but it can. So it is such a big power, man. It is not easy for. It is not. I think it is so fascinating, man, that so much power has been given to Rahu, but still, anyways, the power of surrender should be there, bigger than that. So Sun also surrenders in front of Rahu and says, "Okay, man, swallow me," and comes out of it, and then again shines bright. So this is what life lesson is also. Life can have eclipse for a very short distance of time, short period, that you can feel that, oh, life is not working in good way. But as soon as the sun is out of this eclipse, like how the time is, the time passes, you are going to gain strength again. So never lose hope. That is what the planets teach us. Sun enters into Pisces, Rohiji, into the fourth house. Here it is going to influence your fourth house, that is your mother also. So your health of your mother can be your priority. And travel to foreign countries can happen during this period because it is going to be completely disturbed, the fourth house. Later, 15th, Mars enters into Aquarius, ends the exaltation and comes into the third house of extreme courage. Here, you will, with communication, your courage will also increase and you will be able to achieve bigger things. And this time, courage is required because Sun is going to go into a little bit trouble. So, your chart requires courage. And this is where Mars comes and plays an important role, and your courage will be at highest level. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Aries and says, "Finally, I am ending my debilitation." But here it does not end here. Very soon, Mercury, when we go next, 2nd of April, it will become retrograde again. So Mercury is the planet which we have to be very careful of, man. And here it is the Kendra Lord. Career, man. Career is going to be retrograde direct. Relationship retrograde direct. This is what happens for Sagittarius people all their life. This is how the planets are placed for them. Mercury enters Aries in the fifth house with Jupiter. Jupiter is a pious planet, and whenever Mercury joins or conjuncts with another planet who is pious, it also becomes pious. If it conjuncts with any kind of malefic, it also turns malefic. That does not mean that Mercury is a chaya grah, but this is the nature of a prince. Whatever we say, right? Your company decides that where you will go next. So this is the reason that is company of Mercury is bad here. Is good here, so it will be good. And whenever it will be in bad company, it will start doing acting weird in weird way. Later, Venus says, "It is time for me to become exalted." Why not? Why not I give? And see Bhavat Bhavan concept, Rohiji. In this chart, if you see from the number 2, if you count, it is 11th from the 6th house. So what is this? It becomes exalted. And see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th from the 11th house. But 11th from the 6th house. Such a beautiful placement of 11th from the 6th house. That means that you will gain during this period through debt, through enemies, through many things related to your discipline. You will be you. In fact, I was written down. This is the Shatru Stan, right? Mainly to your health, wellness, and your daily life routine. Surely the body you are born with comes under the first house, but the choices that you make on daily basis that affects your body. Remember this. That affects your body. This house also relates to debt, obstacles, enemies, and difficulties. However, it is important to see that if Venus rules this house, it is nearly impossible. And it is if it is exalted in this chart, it is nearly impossible for an enemy to defeat you. And number of enemies that you will have will be a woman or a female enemy. That is what the Parashara Hora Shastra says about Venus being in this chart. But they will not be able to defeat you. They will always try to trouble you, but they will not be able to defeat you. And why they will trouble you? Because of your lust. Why? Because see your 11th house. It is 6th from the 11th house. That means it is the house of lust. or from this, and that is where you will come into trouble. So be careful. One more thing, that Venus here also aspects your 10th house, and that is a debilitated aspect where Ketu is sitting. So many people can lose job during this period. I'm sorry to say all these kind of things, but whatever is true, I need to tell you so that you are very careful in the beginning. That if there is any adjustment or compromise that you need to make in the beginning so that you do not lose your job. In fact, it's okay to be not happy in the job rather than losing a job. April 2nd, 2024, Mercury is going to get retrograde in Aries. Now here Mercury is in the fifth house, retrograde here. Again, it will go back to your. So this is the time when you're conceiving, right? This is the time that a lot of love life is happening, and also in love area there will be some kind of trouble, and in if you have conceived, there will be some hiccup, but not a major problem of getting scared about it. Later, 8th of April, it is going to be total solar eclipse. This total solar eclipse will happen in your fourth house. So during this period, we will make a very special video on this. But there are two or three things which you have to be careful of. Number one is anything related to vehicle driving and all this kind of stuff you have to be careful on, because you will then gain have problem. You will have problem in in related to your mother health, your home will require some repair or some kind of damage. So during this time, no, not getting out of the house. Mercury enters into Pisces, Rohitji. Now here Mercury again come into debilitation, like, but it makes a Nij Bhang Rajyog here. It is already making, whenever it comes in Kendra, Lord comes in the Kendra, it makes a Rajyog, but it here makes Nij Bhang Rajyog as well. So that means a very, very auspicious time for your career. If you have lost your job or some problem, now there will be prospects of getting better job. And that is also because the ninth house Lord will come and sit ninth from itself, getting exalted. That is, Sun enters into Aries and new beginnings happen for you. New beginnings in all places happen for you. It's the best place for Sun being exalted, but there will be very difficult goals during this period because Sun is aspecting your 11th house, and there will be your goals will be very difficult for achieving. But still, you will have a new start, good beginning, and things will be positive for you. Mars enters into Pisces, Rohitji. Here, Mars entering into Pisces is again the lord of the fifth house, being 12th from itself. So be very, very careful if you are into pregnancy and things like this, because this is not a right placement for Mars. Jupiter will try to protect you as much as it can, but very soon next month Jupiter is going to get into stan like changing the house. Sorry, stan change. So that means the house change. It will come to the sixth house. So here we have to be very careful. Then when the fifth house lord is sitting 12th from itself, it is not considered very, very auspicious. It can create problem in your education. And this is the time when most of the people give exams. Problem in your education, problem in your childbirth, and problem in your what we say, Rohitji, problem in your love life. So be careful. Venus enters into Aries now. Venus entering into Aries here uh, will make again a problem that it was exalted like for the time. So we get overwhelmed when a planet gets exalted. Everyone remember and take it to your heart and take it to your head. We are going to be making a very big series on exalted planets and why they are the worst planets. Exalted planets are the worst planets. Debilitated planets, combust planets, retrograde planets are the best planets. Remember, I am telling you again my research, my own chart, my
I so my
yeah.
research also say this today morning when I was discussing with you. I want to show one chart in morning. This was the chart of newly make CM. Yesterday he become CM of Telangana, Ramant Reddy. And when I saw his chart, because I'm very much curious about these things, his Saturn debilitated, his Sun debilitated, and one more planet, I think. But these two are debilitated, one in Lagna and one in seventh house. And see, he becomes CM. Where is debilation? Sun,
the
Saturn, both debilitated.
the more powerful planet is debilitated, the more beautiful it will be. I just wanted my Mercury to be debilitated, but anyways, it's okay. Now, if the planets in Dushtana, all the planets that are very pious and comes into some trouble, they will. It is a very logic. So, Rohitji, you are a very good person, and you know what happens is suddenly you come into a scandal. You did not do it, but things came to you that you did a robbery, and you never did the robbery, what will you do? Is that you will try to prove yourself left and right that you never did a robbery, right? You will try to go each and every way and try to prove it. But now you are so powerful, extreme powerful, and says that he did robbery. He'll say, "Oh, I don't care. Let them say I am powerful. I have money. I will just buy them out." So the thing is that a powerful planet does not put effort, but a debilitated planet puts an effort. So debilitated planet is the best planet in your chart, and the only the area of like my Mercury is combust and retrograde. Everyone will say, "Oh, Merc," and second house Lord of my speech, and see, I only keep I speak from 5 a.m. in the morning till 10:30 in the night, non-stop.
I'm also happy. My Mars combust, my Mercury combust, my Venus combust.
Work towards them, then only that will give good results. Otherwise, it combust does not mean that, oh, now finally good. You have to work towards them. So Venus enters into Aries Rohitji here, and Venus is the lord of the sixth house, sitting 12th from itself. There can be losses through enemies, or some trouble through enemies, or there can be debt, increase of debt during this period. Mercury turns direct into Pisces, April of 25, and here Mercury says it is in debilitated state, but at least your career is going good here, and it is moving fast now from your fourth house, restoring some peace in your area of your mother. And there will be struggle, but you will be overcoming it. This is how your April is placed. Moving on to May. Also, Luigi, in the description below, there is a WhatsApp link. You can just click it and come to WhatsApp and talk to us and tell us your feedback. What do you feel about this? I don't see any. I don't know. I have not done so much research. I did not have time. On YouTube, Rohiji, you keep watching the videos every day. Is anyone doing any detailed reading like this, like where you are going?
No, in YouTube I saw two type of reading. One, all astrologers, one who put the 2024 horoscope yearly, they just make a 1st January chart and then they predict a whole year on this chart. And the second astrologers which I see in a print and in this YouTube is they are doing like for family life, love life, romance life. These are very more than generic. Our predictions are also generic. These are not chart specific, but these are more generic. We try to keep it specific. We are going date by date. This is very big thing. So I'm not praising myself, but any of one watching this video can go through the YouTube. No video like this.
Fortunately, hard work pays off. It's not about that. It's about the right guidance, because planets on the day of your birth and planets now are completely different. It has to be just taken. Everyone who does astrology, who's aspiring astrologer, or who is very keen in this research based items, you have to understand that there is how astrology has to be looked in combination. So just see, I'm giving you an example. I know it's taking your time and people will get annoyed here, but it's okay. I might Whatever comes in my mind is important to say. So you are going through Saturn Maha period, and Saturn is sitting in your first house, Lagna, but in your, and that is Aries ascendant, and but Saturn is sitting in your 11th house. So now combine the Lagna and the 11th house and see that in 11th house Saturn demands these things, and in first house Saturn demands these things. And when you combine both of them, then you will be able to get the right results according to your transits. So this is how transit has to be seen, in combination of your placement, in combination of your what you say, your dasha mahadasha and transit. Anyways, May 1st, Jupiter enters into Taurus. Rohitji, this is the biggest event of 2024, the first biggest event of 2024 after Jupiter becomes direct. Jupiter enters, when bigger planets move, it is the biggest event. Jupiter enters into Taurus, into the sixth house. Now, sorry to say, but this is not very, very auspicious. Here, the problem is that Jupiter, wherever it goes, it gives expansion, right? Very simple. So energy does not have any kind of judgment. Energy does not judge. So here it will give expansion in your enemies, expansion in your discipline, expansion in your debt and whatnot. So unfortunately, it is going to increase your debt. Now, increasing of debt is also a very good thing, because Rohiji, sometimes debt increases, and that is when we are able to, like, for example, I want to buy a house. How will I buy a house if I don't take a debt during that period? Debt increases, you get possessions. And that is also evident here because it is aspecting from the ninth aspect to your second house. So debt can come for business, debt can come for through litigation. Sorry to say, some people are going through bad. It has to be in your chart, right? Good antardasha or bad antardasha or dasha. Then it says that debt due to enemies. That means some enemies will trouble you and you will have to pay them or pay the lawyers. And thirdly, debt will be for business because it is also aspecting one, two, three, four. The fifth aspect is on your 10th house. So Jupiter does not have any kind of what you say, this energy does not mean that it will only give good results. This is a Dushtana. A pious planet will also give bad results here. Only a bad planet like, not a bad planet, only a cruel planet or a Papa Graha like Saturn, who kicked his mother, Rahu, who is a demon, Ketu, these three can give very good results. That's why they are called Papa Graha. Okay? Because Rahu, what they did, they cheated by drinking the Amrit, Papa Graha. They have all been given a Papa Graha status.
Yes, but one thing I want to clear here, because now Saturn's thing has come, that Saturn when kicked her mother, uh, they also get result for that. They also get penalty for that. Their but thing was that her mother was, I think, that other mother, Sangya.
Sangya. He did
Sangya.
not know that this is Sangya.
Sangya, and she always, try to defame Shanidev, always try to punish him, always try to,
Not
anyhow
that way.
defame
He
him,
was always trying to sideline him because he was
sideline
not
him.
gone through her. He was
And
gone through Saya Mata.
Shanidev was very kid at that time, I think.
Yeah.
Kid.
So that is why. And he was in other stories. It says that Shani was hungry and he wanted food.
Yes, this
Right?
is
He
also one
wanted
story.
food, so he was hungry. So that is why he took that action, and he regretted all his life because he then started limping
He
because he
regret.
was
Yes, he regret.
so. Anyways, he was limping. So that's why if you have very bad shani or those people who limp, has a little bit of that kind of karma of their past
Yes,
life.
otherwise, Shanidev has a very much love for his mother Chaya. And
Yeah.
Chaya Putra, we always say.
Nilanjamam samabhasam Raviputram
From
Yamagritam
Yamagrada.
Chaya
Chaya
Martanda
Martanda Sambhum
Sambhutam
Tam
Tam
Namami.
Namame Shanishwaram.
So that's why people who love their mothers very much and respect older people like mother, they always get blessings of Saturn.
110%. Anyways, May 10th, Mercury enters into Aries. Now, here the communication lord or your Kendra lord, that is your seventh lord and your 10th lord, is in your seventh house, is in your fifth house. So, there is going to be restoration of lot of love. There can be marriages, there can be auspicious events in your career area, there can be new beginnings, new roles, promotions. All the best. Sun enters into Taurus on 14th of May. Now, here, Sun is entering into the sign of Venus here. And in other hand, if we say it is very good, don't worry about it because it is entering the workplace area and it is the ninth house lord sitting 10th from itself. So that means there is going to be some status improvement in your work, and Mercury is also supporting the status improvement. So very good, status is going to go up. Venus enters into Taurus. Now Venus here comes and says that finally I am into my own house and I will take care of this. At the moment, the debt which is going up, sorry to say, you will spend on luxury also during this period, so you have to be careful. In fact, foreign countries, travel, so don't spend all this money from debt. Make money and then spend it. Okay. I'm reading a book. It says that first make money, then let money make money for you, and then spend that money has made for you. Yeah? That is how. Otherwise, what people do is I earn 100,000 and suddenly I want to spend 90,000 on a car. And I'm like, we are like so stupid. When that car can come in very small amount, it will be the same road, same thing, but you want to show to other people that I am luxurious. Oh, it is not wrong to desire luxury, but it is end of the day, you have to leave everything and go only with your karma, that is spiritual. Anyways, I, you nahi bata sakte. You cannot explain people. So food is important. So for that, earn, but earn that much, only that much is required, and save little bit. Then I want to buy. I had this Rohitji. I had this very much material possessions. thing. I have Ketu in the second house, right? I had this thing that I will build this. My family told my family, because I did not have family, right? I was staying with my mamaji. So they told, they were so cynical. They told that to my wife when I got married. They told my wife that this person, like me, will never ever be able to make a house of its own. Nothing. He will not be able to save. He will be like begging around. They're telling to my wife, a newlywed woman who has just come to the house, and they were telling all this kind of stuff. I was so demotivated. I said, "What the hell, man? What?" And in that rate, or in that base, what in Hindi we call besti. I today have house, a bigger house that they cannot even imagine that I can. It is not because I did it to prove something to them. It is because I wanted to give happiness to my family. I wanted to provide and make sure that my wife does not come under this influence that this person cannot do anything. I, by God's grace or by God's help, I got a house. I have very good child. I have very good, cars. I have good food. I have good. I'm giving, try to giving good, sanskars to my daughter and so neck and whatnot. But the thing is that the problem with people getting lot of material, my mamaji, he, and your mamaji also, Rohitji, he has 2 kg gold in his bank locker. What is he doing? He does not have
He
the
will
power.
give 1 kg to you and 1 kg to me. He told me.
But the thing is that people think that material thing is only what defines them. But
No,
no,
I think this is a lesson for them that you don't comment any one person on any one person seeing his today about his tomorrow. Don't
exactly,
comment. You don't know what
exactly.
is tomorrow for anyone.
And I'm just giving, I'm not trying to boast, but the possessions they have right now, it is just 25% of my current value. They have, and they were telling me that I couldn't do anything in life. I will not be able to do anything in life, and
I
I
will.
earn 75% more than what they have combined. So the thing is that it is not because of that I wanted to prove anything, but it is destiny is very very bigger than comments.
Yes, you please share his number with me on WhatsApp. I will share this video with counters. I noted the counters.
If God wants, it will go. So Venus entry into Taurus, do not spend on luxury. Spend on spirituality. Spend on getting spiritual knowledge. Spend on getting knowledge. Spend your time. Don't spend your money. That is what is important. Because once you make money, then you will spend that money in ashrams or in terms of temples that to get spirituality, stupidity that is, which you can get without even money. Then Mercury enters into Taurus. There are its trillium in the sixth house. Here there is Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. So out of this, Sun is only the cruel planets will try to put everyone into combust mode, but um hopefully this is a good time. Make sure that you do not share secrets to your enemies, because all the planets are looking in the 12th house of losses, so there can be some loss due to this problem. Later on, we go to June. Mars enters into Aries, that is his own house. Very beautiful placement for Mars. And on top of that, education wise, foreign country wise, if you're thinking of moving somewhere, or in your work area, if you're thinking that some kind of foreign placement can happen, this is a very, very auspicious time. Also, auspicious time for marriage, because Mangal Sutra, everything related to marriage is related to Mars. So very good time for marriage. So go for it. And why I'm saying, because Venus on the other hand enters Gemini. Now the sixth house lord enters the seventh house. That means there can be gains from the sixth house, gains from your, from the debt that you have taken. And how, where it will gain? It will gain in partnerships, in marriage, in things related to the seventh house. Mercury enters into Gemini again, telling you that, oh, I am here if there is any association that is supposed to. So in June is the month for marriage for all the Sagittarius SNP. If you are thinking of marriage, go to Drik Panchang and see in June which kind of dates are auspicious for you. Later on, Sun enters into Gemini, Rohitji, and here Sun also comes into the seventh house, 11th from the ninth house. So there is, because of your destiny or some good luck, you will get some good status in your work area. Moving on, Mercury enters into Cancer, that is the eighth house. Now here there is a little bit of challenge. Kendra Lord in the eighth house will give you gains from partnerships, but there is going to be sudden ups and downs in your work area, because Ketu is sitting the disposit in the house of the 10th house. Mercury is sitting 11th from the 10th house, but the dispositor is in the Dushtana, and it is not a Dusht planet. It is a very pious planet. It's a benefic. So there will be some kind of ups and downs in your career area. So maybe the role that you get, the kind of status that you get in your work, try to maintain it in a positive way. Moving on, Saturn retrogrades in Aquarius. Now, Saturn, on the other hand, here, very important planet, third house lord, lord of courage, lord of decisions, lord of and so many things I have written because it got retrograde, right? Here, that is why I have written the third house relates to mental inclination of a person and ability to memorize. This house also relates to journeys, brothers, sisters, neighbors, interest, habits, mental intelligence, and communication. And that is where you have to be careful, and especially in your joints and hands area, hands, lungs, arms. These are what shoulder, it is ruled by the third house. So people can have some kind of trouble because Saturn rules the joints in your body, so there can be some trouble here in joints, medical wise or communication wise. You have to be careful in all the things I said, because Saturn getting retrograde gives you a chance to improve your relationship with your brother, sister, neighbors. Your Make sure your habit becomes good. Make sure your interest becomes into positive way, and this will give you that time and leverage to work on yourself. Okay, till the time it is retrograde, so be careful. Venus, on the other hand, enters into Cancer. Rohitji. Now, Venus is the lord of the sixth house. In the eighth house, makes a Viprit Rajyog. So that means there will be some trouble that comes from enemy during this period, but you will be able to solve it. Mars enters Taurus. Now, Mars again makes a Viprit Rajyog. So there are two major Viprit Rajyogs, the 12th house and the sixth house. Again, it says that these enemy will try to again trouble you, but Mars comes here and Mars will destroy them without mercy. This is what Mars does. So no worries at all. There will be trouble because you are gaining a lot of things, right? When you go higher status in life, trouble also goes higher in your life. So be ready for it, but your planets are supporting you. Sun enters into Cancer, Rohitji. Now, Sun is the owner of the um, ninth house and sitting 12th from itself here in Dushtana. It's not a very, very good house for Sun. And Sun can cause you trouble in terms of, Rohitji, honestly, it can cause you trouble related to your destiny, your father's health, your long distance journey. Everything will be unfruitful during this time. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Leo. Now, again, that because Sun is also not in good position, so the King is in difficult position. Your planet, that is Jupiter, is in the sixth house in the Dushtana. Your ninth house, Mercury, also causes trouble in your destiny and especially in your work area and your relationship area. There will be some struggle. There will be problem between work-life balance here. Venus enters into Leo, Rohitji. Now, Venus says that finally it has come to a very good house, fourth from the sixth and 11th from the. So if there is bigger goals that you have to achieve, this is the time you'll work hard and your destiny will be able to be working in your favor and you will be able to achieve your goals because it is sitting 11th from the 11th house. Moving on, Rohitji, Mercury retrogrades in Leo. So Mercury has started again the prime procedure to retrograde. Now Mercury is retrograding here. That means your destiny will be 50-50 working for you. You will have to do effort, more and more effort, because Saturn is also putting a debilitated aspect, oh sorry, retrograde aspect on this house. Sun enters Leo. Finally, Sun comes here and tells, "Oh, lot of destiny problem happening. I am coming here. Let me see what is happening." Sun will restore all the power that you are supposed to have. Whenever Mercury becomes retrograde, Sun comes Rohitji very immediately to help him and make sure that he does not cause any trouble. So that is where the king comes and takes care of his child, that is the prince. That okay, I will make sure that there is no problem. Later, Mercury enters into Cancer in retrograde motion. Again, here there will be disturbance and sudden ups and downs in your career, and there can be also a problem in communication in your career. So be careful. Venus enters Virgo, Rohitji. Venus is the owner of the 11th house, coming 12th from itself. Now goals were achieving, and now this is the time of evil eye. People will put evil eye. Oh, how can this person achieve so much goal? And this is the time you will start feeling a lot of detached in your work area, in your career. You'll say, "What the hell is that? I'm putting so much effort. Why is it not happening?" You have to understand that in your effort house, the third house, Saturn is got retrograde. So it will take time for your effort to come into position. In fact, the owner of the 10th house is also retrograde during this period. So effort will take time. during this period. But Mars enters into Gemini, Rohitji. Now, the 12th house Lord is in the 7th house, the 5th house Lord is in the 7th house. To understand, 5th house Lord is reading third from itself, hardships in relationships. And 12th house is the house of foreign countries, so hardship in foreign countries. There can be some trouble if you're in a foreign country or in your relationship. So, both the places, depending on your Dasha and Antardasha, that is how you will be able to see. In fact, there is a WhatsApp link below, and I've seen no one is subscribing, man. Everyone is listening to their stuff very nicely, but subscription is not coming. So please subscribe and help us grow also, like you will grow in 2024. Help us. 29th of August, Mercury turns direct into Cancer. So now the ups and downs in your work area will come to little bit of relaxation and you will start feeling better in your work area. Here, September 4th, Mercury enters into Leo. So now Mercury comes into the, what you say, into the umbrella of sun and into the house of sun. Here it could have caused trouble in your work area, giving some losses there in your business as well. But because sun is making him combust, so there will be no problem, and finally you will be have little bit peace. Sun says, in the other hand, I will enter into Virgo. So there is no, what is happening with the Stan Parivartan. Sun is in the house of Jupiter, Mercury. Mercury is in the house of Sun. So both will not cause any trouble to each other, and there will be professional elevation during this time. So good news for you. Venus, on the other hand, enters into Libra, into the 11th house. So biggest to biggest goals that you are trying to achieve in the year of 2024, finally you will see them getting achieved in the month of September, 18th of September onwards. So it is a beautiful time for you. But health wise, again, I have written down to be careful. 11th house, Rohit, is the house of legs, ankles, and circulation of blood. Your blood related problem can come because Rahu is in your 4th house, and 4th house is the heart. So, circulation problem can come. And whenever this planet, like the own planet, sits in the own sign, here the problem can arise. So, because it is 6th from the 6th, planet does not know about energy, right? So, they will just give you results of that house. So be careful. It is the Labha Bhav. It determines your wealth and income, gain in name, fame, and money, and also plays a role in determining what brings you profits. Social circle, your friends, acquaintances, your well wishers, and your relationship with your elder siblings. This is what this house means. So everything in this area will be very positive. Mercury, on the other hand, comes into Virgo saying that lot of ups and downs are happening. Now I will become exalted and make sure that your goals, you have to be very logical here. Venus in the 11th house and Mercury in the 10th house in exalted position. What does it mean? It means that you will be so powerful in your work area that you will be able to achieve anything during this period. So, September is the month of achieving your goals, what you have done hard work for the whole year. Now comes October, the most difficult month for everyone in 2024. Number first, third biggest event, Jupiter turns retrograde in Taurus. Now here the sixth house is already the house of lot of trouble. Now here it turns retrograde. Now this retrograde is positive and negative both. Positive in terms of your debt. You will be able to, because you are achieving so good in your career, in your area, your gains are coming, money is flowing in. So this retrograde Jupiter will make sure that it starts repairing your debts. You will be paying off debts and you will be getting debt free. But because it is getting retrograde, your health problem can come. Health problem can also go, in the wrong direction. So that is where you have to be careful. Mercury, on the other hand, enters Libra. Now, the 10th house Lord in the 11th house again means that there will be good power in your area of work and lot of gains of money. Wealth is going to come to you. Very beautiful placement of a conjunction of Mercury and Jupiter here. Mercury and Venus here. But later, 13th of October, Venus enters into the 12th house. Now, what is happening? Jupiter is aspecting the 12th house, and now it is retrograde aspect. Here, the gains that happened, now you will be spending it on luxuries and making the most foolish decision of your life. Because then comes hardships. When you start spending all this money, comes hardships. Because Venus in this house is the house of secret enemies. So some secret enemies will try to trouble you. This is the house of spirituality. Spiritually, you have to evolve during this period. That is also required. And later on, after this, Sun will enter into Libra, into the house of Venus. The dispositor is in the 12th house, and Sun here becomes debilitated. So, what does it mean? That all the goals, all the achievement that you have done now can cause some trouble by getting into the zone of spending that money. So, that is the problem here. Mars, on the other hand, also becomes, it becomes debilitated. So the it is going to make a Viprit Rajyog in the eighth house, but debilitated. Again, lot of ups and downs in area related to Rohit. Your land, house, all these things you'll have to face a lot of trouble and lot of ups and downs here. So in fact, foreign travel also will not be very peaceful during this time. There will be trouble here, but later on you will be able to make good. No, it will be trouble, man. What is true is true. It will be trouble because Mars debilitated will make your courage go very, very down. And this is the time all the September intake people have gone to foreign countries and where they will feel very demotivated. So be careful. It is just temporary, it is just temporary. Mercury enters into Scorpio Rohiji on the other hand in the 12th house. So 10th house Lord is third from itself. So that means now there will be struggle in your career also during this period. It all depends on your dasha antardasha. It cannot be also. It can be very beautiful. It can be like your career is taking you to a foreign country, but it completely depends on your dasha and antardasha. For that, I will have to see your chart, and for that, there is a WhatsApp link in the um, comment to show your chart. Later on comes November, Rohitji. 7th of November, Venus enters into Sagittarius. Now, Venus is the again the lord of the 6th and 11th house coming in the first house. So, your personality will be developing during this period. Your personality will have a very pleasant kind of, you will have a pleasant attitude because, sometimes when you are in trouble, after that only you come into a positive say, saying that, my God, it was so good in this year, this month. Now I have to again come to track. This is what you're doing during this period. And finally, Saturn turns direct in Aquarius. If you have taken care of all the things that are related to your mental inclination, your ability to for journey, brothers, sisters, neighbors, your interests, your habits, your mental intelligence, your communication. If you have worked on all of these things, Saturn will start giving you very good results because you have to remember this is the Mool Trikon sign of Saturn. And see, small Rahu has come to meet us. Oh, he was missing me, I guess. So, go play. So Rahu came, and talking about Rahu, Rahu is in your fourth house, so be very careful with your mother's and mother's health because it is a very illusion planet. In fact, your home also. It is a very illusion kind of planet, and Saturn very close to it right now. In the book of the greatness of Saturn, it is written that Rahu and Ketu are minions of Saturn. That means whatever Saturn says, they will do that. Saturn does not work himself. Saturn tells
Hmm.
Rahu and Ketu to act on its behalf and give you uh,
Yes.
anyways.
Anyways,
Later
and
on,
I want to make people clear here that uh, dog represents Rahu and cat represents Ketu.
Ketu.
Ketu. This is a confusion. Dog represents
Yeah.
Rahu. That's why Akashji told. Maybe some people, go into some other ways. Oh, how he is saying Rahu to this. So this is Akashji saying here that dogs
Oh,
represents
yeah, yeah,
Rahu.
yeah.
They
No,
are
I
the
don't
represent.
care what people think. It is it is important that they have to understand that dog is the planet of the dog is the creature that brings a lot of love to you, and Ketu really brings a lot of love to you, and Ketu is the planet that brings detachment. And look at cat. Cat.
Cat.
Those people who are having cat will have a very difficult, very struggleful marriage life. I can write it down and give it to you.
Right. Right. You are right. In European countries, you say most of people have cats
That.
their house,
And they have a
and you
very
see what they are.
struggleful married life or relationships because cats demands detachment. That's why
Detachment.
cat is not faithful to the thing, and dog, it is faithful. So, anyways, long story. Sun enters into Scorpio Rohiji on November 16th. The Lord of the Bhagya goes into the 12th house. So there is a connection between ninth and 12th house. There can be foreign travel during this period and it can bring good luck to you. So all the best. Mercury, on the other hand, retrogrades in Scorpio. So again, this is the fourth phase of Mercury or third phase of Mercury getting retrograde. Oh my God. So Mercury getting retrograde will again cause trouble in your relationship. There can be losses in relationships. Sorry to say, many people who have filed for divorce, this is the time that judgment can come and your divorce can happen. And on the other hand, career also, there will be some struggle here in your career or losses in career area, depending on your dasha and antardasha. Not concrete that it is going to happen for sure, but yes, there will be some ups and downs in your career area, or maybe if you're in a foreign country, some ups and down in your what you say career and relationship in foreign country also. And now comes the month of December, where 2nd of December, Venus enters into Capricorn. So Venus is entering into the second house. The 11th house lord in the second house restores money. When there is a connection between 11 and second, money comes to you. So I don't know where it is coming from, but God is great. He will give you. Mars retrograde in Cancer. Mars is saying, I am not going to leave this debilitated state. I am going to be debilitated. So can you see what is happening, Rohitji? Mercury retrograde, Mars debilitated, Jupiter retrograde. So many retrograde debilitating. That means there is a lot of struggle in these areas, but these struggle will give you power to overcome a lot of difficulties and restore a lot of peace for you. Because Sun is entering into Sagittarius, into the Lagna, the ninth house lord in the first house. That means you yourself will be completely destiny run. The destiny will be completely with you, and you will be able to, with your hard work, with Saturn being restored, your hard work and everything, you will be able to achieve any impossible thing. So very good for you. Mercury, on the other hand, says, I am turning direct in Scorpio finally. End of the year, I don't want to say bad to other people. That's why I'm turning direct. And now the problems that were happening in your relationship, in your work area, will now be better. And this is a time of spiritual awakening. So, a lot of spirituality will be coming to your life. And spirituality, I just commented to one person, spirituality does not mean saying Ram Ram. Spirituality means going out and helping people who you don't know, and in return that you should not get anything. That is spirituality. And Venus enters into Aquarius, Rohitji. So now finally Venus says, I am with my Saturn, and they both are saying, now let's add little luxury to life. Let's do some short distance travel. Let's go somewhere, let's have fun. Some people, because if they're dasha and antardasha Venus and Saturn, they can even go to long distance journey, because both the planets are aspecting the ninth house. You can also go to pilgrimages, and it is going to be a pleasant time. Your heart will be happy. This is what your 2024 year looks like. I hope and wish and pray that everyone will should have a very beautiful, beautiful 2024. And also want to tell you, and also want to say sorry to all the people who, if we have hurt in any kind of non-intentional way. So sorry to them, and forgive us for that. But may your 2024 be extremely beautiful, wonderful, and you desire whatever you desire comes true to you. That is what our AC Astro family wishes for you. Do subscribe, do share this video so that other people can also have the benefit of day to day, month to month transition of planets. Rohit.
Thank you, Akashji. Thank you very much. And this was a generic prediction for Sagittarius people. They were waiting for so many days, and we were commenting that coming soon. Now, if you want to be your chart specific, every person wants that next year goes very good. I want to do this, go there. So you can take this 2024 yearly horoscope package, specially designed for you. So many people of family already taken this. Just send your details on the WhatsApp number or the mail ID, or there is a website. You can visit that, and you have a video consultation, one-on-one consultation with Akash. Wish you best of luck to all Sagittarius people.
Yes, Rohitji, this is not the end of the video. We are still going to talk about the yantra
Before
or
this, I
Roman.
want to ask you one question. As you told that people in European countries, like they keep cat in their houses, and you say cat wants detachment, and that's why there are divorce cases and this and that. And our this video see all over the world, pan world people see this video. I don't want people to miscalculate this thing that they send their cat out of their house. So
Oh
this
no.
is this is I want to, being astrologer, please guide them how they can
You
keep
know,
this.
your chart can determine that what pet you should keep,
Hmm.
either a dog or a cat. Sometimes
Don't
you are so
don't go by
attached.
our generic prediction and you send your cat outside in minus 30-degree temperature. No, this is not our word
Mostly.
meaning.
No,
So
the thing
don't
is
do
that the
this.
cat, sometimes some people are too attached, and for them cat is important, so for little detachment. Some people are always seeking so much love, and they get cat, and you know what happens is then they get detached and they get start suffering. So it is a big, like, there is a
This is very big issue. This is not generic thing that astrologer had told you and you get your dog and cat out of the house. Don't do this. They are your companions, family members. Stay them with you.
But the nature of the cat is detachment. That is not hidden. The
Hmm.
cat wants
But that is
detachment.
according to your chart. Your chart, if say yes, then it is no problem.
Anyways, moving on to yantra. Ruhiji, here is the yantra. That is the 74 yantra, 74 yantra. This
74.
can be drawn in simple way, like four boxes, right? Ream, 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 and six time reams. The weight is written and 74 number below it. Sandalwood, turmeric, camphor, holy basil, musk, saffron, and gangajal make a paste out of it and craft this yantra on a bhojpatra. That is, it is a special kind of paper which you can see here how it looks, and it has to be done with the pen made out of a pomegranate stem, and it has to be done in the hora of Venus on a Friday. And the word that you have to keep in your mind while doing this is Shreem. Okay, that is how this yantra will activate it. Those who cannot make it can come to acastro.ca and book your yantra. It is not like yantra is made in, it will be made according to your chart, according to your time, and also first it will be done only because if your chart requires it, otherwise not. But overall this is recommended for everyone because this is a generic yantra. It actually attracts, it brings in lot of wealth for you. So let's hope for the best. I think if wealth comes to you, make sure that you use it in the right way. And because Sagittarius, the planet is Jupiter, Om Guruve Namah is very, very important for you. And observing fast on Thursdays is auspicious. And donating yellow things such as yellow gram lentils or yellow things or yellow flowers in the temple or yellow clothes is believed to bring positive energies for all the people who are Sagittarius ascendant. Rohitji.
Thank you very much, Akashji, and thank you very much to all the family members of AC Astro. Especially this video is watching Sagittarius people. Amazing year 2023 with you people. 36,000 plus and large family of AC Astro. Keep growing. We pray this and keep blessing us. We need lots of blessing from you people. Whenever you watch video, do two things, three things. One, subscribe. Two, share the video so other people can also get benefit. And third, if you want to pay something to us, give us blessings. That we need. Thank you very much, Akashji. Thank you very much to you also, because you always keep guiding. And we'll meet you in some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai